The idea of skillful means may prove suggestive in the interpretation, or perhaps the better appreciation, of a whole range of religious phenomena. Religious language and ritual in general, religion in its social and psychological outworkings, even those aspects of religion which to the rationalist appear as fabrications and frauds. In particular, an understanding of the way Buddhism moves among all the other socio-cultural factors in its world, sharpened by the concepts of skillful means, provides a clue to the provisional and ambiguous character of all syncretisms. It is relevant to the interpretation of all religious and ideological systems which proliferate themselves through new forms of communication acceptable to their changing environment. This means, in effect, all the great religious and religio-ideological systems which the world has ever seen, though admittedly not all operate with the same patient acceptance of heterodox tendencies or the same persistent sophistication in the eventual recoupment of their underlying intention. It is easy to observe that the proponents of every religious and ideological system are continuously engaged in identifying the true meaning of successive expressions of their tradition. Every system has its narrow-minded conservationists of literal form and its tolerant, if not woolly liberals, tussling between them over the meaning which their tradition bears. The matter is always complicated by the varying pace of change in the perspective of individuals. The idea of skillful means has a potential application if the protagonists care to transfer it to many an ideological or theological controversy. This is because every such system really requires both relentless criticism of the received forms and expressions while maintaining and indeed bringing out the meaning. Skillful means implies that there is a time to articulate a particular form or expression and a time to relegate it or dismantle it. There is a sense in which every religion is pitched into the world, having its time and place, meeting the circumstances and bearing a meaning which is addressed to those circumstances. Every religion which can be named is positively presented in the world and thereby subject to historical relativism. The transmission of religious meanings depends therefore on a kind of suspense between the appearance and departure of a specific form. The ability to handle this suspense, speaking now very generally, is analogous to the skillful means cultivated by a bodhisattva in Mahayana Buddhism. Putting it another way, it is in tune with the way of the world to understand any expressions of religion in terms of provisional articulation and eventual dismantling, the meaning being given first in alignment with the karma, that is, the history, the society, and the psychology, and then coming to fruition while the expression itself vanishes with them.